Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We got a doozy for us today. Right now, we have our finals for the summer season of Valorant for Platinum. So, welcome in, folks. Hope the wait wasn't too long, but here we are. So, over here on the left side, you will be seeing Dark Zero or the Lone Tree Eagles. It really depends. And then on the right side, you have Ackworth. So, for folks out there or parents out there that don't understand what's happening, there is essentially two sides here, defenders and attackers. Attackers are trying to plant a certain thing called the spike. Just imagine it kind of like a bomb. And the defender's job is to prevent that bomb or defuse that bomb and make sure that it doesn't happen. So, as you can see here, I will be explaining certain characters, certain callouts, things like that, whatever people may need here. So, as we can see here, Ackworth over here on the attacking side first, picking some heavy util, but KJ taking a lot of space there, this top character over here with the glasses. She's usually more better on defense, so as you can see, both teams are actually going to be using KJ. Great AoE, which is area of effect. 7 seconds till picks, and looking like Ackworth is picking a 2-smoke comp here. Now this character over here with the dark hood and this character over here with the mask, they're both known as smokes or controllers, which means that they take a lot of space. They cut off the sight for the enemies, things like that. And looks like we're about to be heading in here for Lotus. Remember folks, this is a best of 3, so whoever wins 2 maps wins the whole series, and that's our finals. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. We have a good one for you here, folks. So I'd like to talk a bit more about these comps here, or compositions, meaning how this team really coordinates well. As you can see over there on Ackworth's side for attacking, 2 smokes and then that sky pick right there, the orange-haired lady, she's very good at flashes, which basically blinds the enemy. So this whole comp is basically taking AoE in space and making sure that the enemies don't see what Ackworth is doing. For the defending side though, Dark Zero, you can see that they're playing that raise pick. This lady right over here. Oh, I can't point. My mistake. But Eco over there running that raise. Good AOE as well with that guy, cute anime girlfriend, or GF right there. Brandon KJ. So they're about taking space, but also controllers are a little bit weaker compared to Ackworth's side. So gonna be finding out here soon as we load into Lotus. Lotus being one of the more interesting recent maps that they have added in Valorant, actually having 3 sites that they could plant it on. Essentially, before they added Lotus, there was only one site or one map that there were multiple sites. That's what we're calling them, sites. There are multiple places you could plant this spike, and depending on where you want to place them, you can change it on the map. So here we are. Now here's that 3. There's C, B, and A, folks. So that's where the defending team will have to defend more. 3 maps usually favoring the attacking side because there's so much space that you can take for every single site here, and defense can only spread themselves out so thin. So you can see here, they're running a KJ over here by C side, since she's able to stall very well, and she's gonna solo it seems like. Over here on the B side, we're gonna have Raze here for Lone Tree Eagles or Dark Zero, and then the duelist over here running it over here A side. For Ackworth though, looks like they're running hard A side here. Or not A side, C side, excuse me. Running the C side here, trying to get picks, but Eco getting picked off immediately from that Omen on the mid there. And we're looking now. Finding. Looks like they're about to swing together. This dog right here for Sky, about to get a lot of information for the team here. Clearing out these corners, making sure that nobody's in here. And looks like it's coming for anime GF. Oh yeah, he still stays on the site. Looks like he's gonna be hiding in this corner over here. Waiting. The team, so close. And they're blinded. He has to get back up. That thing symbolized at the top right there shows that how long these people are blinded for. And they're in the site. A-okay, getting some damage in. Spike is down, and numbers are in favor of Ackworth. Lone Tree Eagles down here. Not quite sure what they're going to do. Getting flanked on the flank side. Getting pinched from all sides, and Jay Vicky getting it. But Reyna, unfortunate, couldn't do much there. Ackworth takes the first round in pistol round. Now, folks, I'm going to be mentioning the economy a lot here. Essentially, every round, there's a certain amount of creds you can see there on the right side. Essentially, this allows the players to buy weapons to help them accomplish their goals for the game. So now that Ackworth has taken the first round, they are in a significant economy lead here. So we are going to call this is what we call a save buy for Dark Zero here. Dark Zero here, just basically buying nothing. You can see that they're buying very small pistols here. Over there on Ackworth's side, though, look at those SMGs, those Spectres. So, looks like they're going to be hitting a B here. The defense side, Dr. Horrible, hearing things mid here. And looks like Ackworth is slow playing this very quietly here. Very, very quietly. The smokes go down and lure away. Maybe not. That's PolyX are moving up, volleying at that corner side here. And they call B. They call it to the B. And here they are. Good pick from Drake. PolyX here, just shooting through the smoke. Actually, it hits Eco, but look at that Molly there. Drawing off the enemy. Numbers not in Eagle's favor. But again, you can only do so much with such, worse weapons here. PolyX just spamming into the smoke there. And they all know where the rest of them are. They're not going to swing this too wide. They don't want to risk anything, losing their Spectres for the gun. Swing on the corners, and that's a sweep, a flawless for Ackworth here. Taking round 2. Taking a 2-0 lead against Dark Zero here. Now, the economy isn't so broke. Still Ackworth's favor, but now they're going to be buying rifles, is what they call them. Maybe John Kennedy is a bad example here, but, So these rifles essentially are the main guns that are going to be used in the game. They're called Phantoms or Vandals. Vandals are a longer range weapon, while Phantom, a little bit shorter range, but, it can still fight long. Maybe another gun that we'll see come out later is called an Operator, or also known as an Op. But let's find out how that goes later on here. Eco, pushing real aggressive here. And hiding in a corner, hiding behind box side here. Seeing if you get the swing on them, and look at this. Look at the Omen and the KJ slowly sneaking up. And they're running in. And Eco gets 2, actually, from that interaction there. Fully gets the spike here. Throwing the grenade out. And, could barely get there. Heads up was not there. Looks like Draken was ready already. Dr. Horrible getting some contact here. Smoke's going out. And looks like Ackworth here is just going to call and end here. T-side. PolyX trying to get an off angle here. Misses the shot, unfortunately, and all down to Draken. Good head taps, but I only have 64 health. And you gotta imagine, these last 2 players are gonna be playing with together. Gonna be swinging corners together. Draken can only do so much. He's smoked out and everything. He has this dash, allowing him to peek safely, but it unfortunately times out. Gets another pick. Jay Vicky all down, and Draken gets the kill. Clutches with 4 kills in the game. Amazing stuff coming from Draken. And now, the economy. The economy is not in favor of the Lone Tree Eagles. They just do not have anything right now on them. Pistols. And that's all they have. Looks like they're going to be doing a... Ooh, yep. So this is what we call a hero rifle play. Essentially, one person will have a rifle gun, which it looks like to be that cute anime GF guy there. And let's see what he could do with it here. Fighting side here. But Ackworth playing it slow again. They know they have the better guns. They just don't need to swing this. But it looks like they're actually going to be running right into that hero rifle. And this is the only other person that can compete with him. But what will he do when he sees 4 of them marching down? He's calling to his teammates that they're here. The dog sees him. And he's blinded, unfortunately. Not blinded, sorry, excuse me, stunned. They're just gonna run at him. They're just gonna run at this guy. and he gets cute anime. Yeah, it's like KJ and AOK getting the picks here, healing up his teammates. Hiding at an off angle here, Draken. And now, all down. Now they don't have that hero rifle anymore. Jay Bicky. Taking competition with PolyX here. Gonna have to swing out. Gets the tap, actually. Pretty good job. Dr. Horrible and John F. Kennedy calling to post up here, swing together. Gonna be stunning in. That breach character is so strong, being able to do things to the walls, but instantly tap through. John F. Kennedy here. Jay Bicky actually has a rifle now. Can make a play here. They know where he is. They're down 3. And it looks like he's being called to save his rifle. Save it so he doesn't waste this rifle, and he gets it. Let's see if he can hide it in this corner here. Oh, it was so close. And looks like they're not going to be challenging each other. So again, Ackworth taking a 4-0 lead here against Dark Zero. Sorry folks, I will be flip-flopping between Dark Zero and Lone Tree Eagles. Just know that they're the same team. Ackworth is who they're facing. And like I mentioned before, there is going to be an op coming out, I believe. Unless they sold it. Yep, they sold it. So I did see wrongly, or not saw it, but I did see an op coming out. But it looks like we're going to have another rifle fight, so everyone's going to be full buy here. They're going to be on even playing grounds. And look at the ults here. So basically, every ultimate is a super powerful ability for every team. And Jay Bicky and Draken, both duelists, having theirs ready. Question is, are they going to be using it this game? Draken coming in. It looks like they're going to be rushing, and Dr. Horrible getting a good pick here. Blinded, unfortunately. Blinded again, and they don't see each other. But, oh my goodness, Jay Bicky there for their pick. They didn't see each other. They were both blind, and they couldn't do anything. And look at this. It's in the lead of, for this round, is going to be for Dark Zero. They have the numbers advantage here. And looks like they're getting pinned here. Unfortunate. Not knowing what to do. Just two teammates trying to watch each other. And they know that they're getting pinch side, so they're watching each other's backs. Calling this must be, you have to trust your teammate here. But what can you do in this scenario? He sees it, calls it, and unfortunately not able to get there fast enough. Strategist though, getting a pick here. Still at 50 health here. Trying to get little head taps here. Oh, he's stunned out. And he's cleared out. Unfortunate. And Lone Tree Eagles take something on the board. They finally on the board. And here we have. So now the economy is actually kind of even. Now that they were able to save rifles from that last round, everyone is essentially buying, but PolyX there actually, interesting pick there with the Odin. Very powerful gun. Didn't expect this, but let's find out what PolyX does with this weapon here. But it does look like the rest of them are calling B-side.
Poison orb emitting. Here.
And here they are, going together, PolyX and AOK. While the rest are just holding space here on the other side. PolyX here, with this Odin, trying to see what he can do here. Now the Odin is a very powerful weapon. As you can see, it has 100 bullets. Lining out corner, and they're actually rushing the B side here. They called it, and they're ending B. And look at this, Lone Tree Eagles aren't ready for this. They're not even on the site. They can't do anything. Draken taking up space. And he knows. Oh, and then did he see him?
Careful.
Does he know? John F. Kennedy, does he know that Draken is in this corner? Slowly peek siding. And he does it. And he gets his trade instantly. That's okay. And look at this. Lone Tree Eagles are slowly calling to take space together.
Satchel out.
Eagle going in with a super aggressive play and using that raise ult and getting the pick. And unfortunately not able to get the second trade. The second tap on that person. And here's this Odin play again. They're just spamming John F. Kennedy. Pretty much here. And PolyX with that Odin. Good play from him. And a good call.
Look them in the eyes when you kill them.
Now, as you can see here, every kill that you get gets you an ultimate charge here. So, essentially 5 out of 8. After every round, you do get 1, but a kill helps you get faster. As you can see here, Ackworth in the lead with ults here. 4 ults ready. They can just call to ults essentially anywhere they want, and they could just take the site instantly. Now, Lone Tree Eagles, you gotta be feeling a little bit of despair. You don't know what to do, and this round, they're just a little broke. Can barely put together a full buy. If they lose this round, they're losing probably another one for the next one. Dr. Horrible here, holding with cute anime girlfriend. And the smokes come up here. Dr. Horrible, stalling time here. but they're on the site already. Draken taking up so much space here. Stunned out, but do they know? Do Lone Tree Eagles know that Draken's here? But that KJ ultimate gonna be taking a lot of space, like I said, a lot of AoE, area of effect. And here they have Cypher free.
Here.
And again, in this off angle here, what do you do with your Lone Tree Eagles? You don't know where anyone is. The smoke is preventing you from seeing anything. And the ultimate comes out, but instantly traded from Eco. So the Viper ult isn't useful, and then immediately they're clearing out sight together as one. They're pin-siding, they're doing everything in their possibility. Unfortunately, Kid and my girlfriend not able to get this. But John Kennedy with that sniper, able to get a pick. Eco at 10 health here, though. He has to swing for his team, and they gotta get on this defuse here. The bomb might plant. The bomb might be continued. And they win it! Ackworth actually take it. Even though the numbers lead were in Eagle's favor, Ackworth just still. The teamwork, the patience from them. Amazing plays coming out of Ackworth. So here we are, trying to see what we can do here. Lone Tree Eagles are in a bad position here. Again, they're just extremely broke. AOK trying to get the information, and he calls out ones on site. And they're both going to post up here. Flashes are going in, and they're just going to go in together. Again, if you're Lone Tree Eagles, you have to just post up with these worse guns. Sheriff Classics, just not able to do anything really. Jay Bicky got a pick here. Oh, but Drake can put on that ult with the knives here. Did get his ult, but looks like it's gone already. Wasted a couple bullets. Draken's a little low here. And now, down to the two Lone Tree Eagles here. John F. Kennedy and Dr. Horrible, they're going to be posting up together here. I'm going to try to see here if they're going to be able to do anything. John F. Kennedy smoking out for his team. And in he goes. And unfortunately, instantly traded. He wasn't able to swing with him. And John F. Kennedy just cleared out. Again, the economy is so bad in Lone Tree's favor that they aren't even able to do anything. And look at the economy for Ackworth. Thousands and thousands of dollars. And look at the credits for Eagles. Just not there. They don't have anything yet. So they are able to full buy this round though. Let's see if Eagles can get anything done. So this is the first half, by the way, folks. After I believe 12 rounds, essentially, we'll swap places, and then Eagles will be attacking for one side. So let's find out how they do here. Eagles were actually the ones that wanted defense here first, so it's very interesting to see that it's not panning out in their favor. It looks like Ackworth slow hitting a B here. Ping's going out. And look at this, they're gonna be confrontation. Cute enemy girlfriend posting up in this corner here. And unfortunately, with the shotgun, he gets him. Immediately traded though. Coming out from IVK, or I'm not sure how to say that name. IVK.
Poison orb emitting.
And he's just playing the backside here. Lone Tree Eagles posting up together again. Deciding that they have to only win this by going together here. Eco, unfortunately, not being able to do anything. Jay Bicky and Dr. Horrible here posted up together. And they can't do much. They don't know what to do here. Flashing onto the site here. Unfortunately not seen.
Last player standing.
And Dr. Horrible here in a terrible position. You can't do much in this position. And just, again, spammed out. And now, again, the economy is not in Eagles' favor. They're going to be into this next round just a little broke.
Breathe when it's over.
Now this will be like calling snowballing, essentially, when you throw a snowball and down a hill and it'll gradually get bigger. It's essentially like that for money in this game. So as you see, the money for Ackworth is just significantly more. PolyX here. As you can see here, the kills are mainly coming from that Sky. Jay Biggie trying his best, going even, but the rest of the Lone Tree Eagles trying to wake up here. And it looks like they're calling.
I've got your trail.
See it here. Eco with the Bucky here, sees them on top. And as you can see, all the Lone Tree Eagles are going to be rotating over. Cute actually gets a pick here. AOK going to be dogging in, sees Eco, immediately destroyed though, and they're calling to back off. But look at the other Ackworth players. They're ready on A. They fooled Eagles. They said, "Hey, look over here, we're C," and then they crawled through A, planting the spike down. And now, if you're Eagles with worse weapons, you do not have a bunch. You don't have a choice here, except just to run on this site. You have to go. They could just camp you out long here. You have to go. You have to go. And look at that, Jay Bicky trying to get things started, but unfortunately, team not there to get the trade here. PolyX just playing it. And the ultimate coming out from Lone Tree Eagles here. Eagles gonna get in and 3v3. And Dr. Horrible here. John Kenny and Dr. Horrible.
Last player
And just
standing.
not able to get trades or anything. They just don't have the weapons to do it. And again, Lone Tree Eagles do not have anything. And it looks like they 4-spot that round, so they don't have anything after this. Maybe barely enough to buy a full. But again, you can see stingers, judges, weird guns coming out that you don't normally see in order to save some money here. But let's see. Ackworth doing amazing so far. None of their team is negative, which means that their kills are less than their deaths. So none of them are negative. And again, look at Eagles' weapon setup. Just nothing there yet. Dr. Horrible firing a bullet. Interesting. Could have heard that there. But it looks like a couple of Ackworth is crawling up here. But the other Ackworth players, again with this Odin, interesting play coming out of PolyX. Crawling up with AOK here, but look at the others. It looks like they're calling the fast hit. Again, they just seem to pinch side this every single time. But Eco coming out with 2 headshots with the help of Reyna. Eco ulting as well because he has it and just throws it down. And look at this. They just clear it out. Eagles take the round with a thrifty, essentially meaning that they spent less money and they won the round. Look at that. They just grabbed every single one of their guns. And now it's the last round, and now they have some money to spend here. It's essentially even going into the last game. Will we see a 3-9 curse? 3-9 curse is essentially the curse for pro players, where if somebody's down 3-9, it is they will practically make a comeback and win. Let's find out though. Again, PolyX with this Odin play. Oh no, he got rid of it. So it looks like all of Ackworth here is grouping up here for C-Site. And if you're Q Anime, you're just thinking, I gotta... They're a bit here, but he does have that ult. Do I remind you that he takes up a lot of AoE? It looks like they're gonna be ulting probably here as well, coming out of Ackworth. They're looking for a spot. Oh, but Q Anime Girlfriend not able to use the ult the last round, and now they don't have it. And look at this ult coming from the enemy KJ for the attacking KJ.
Open up the sky.
And ult's coming out here for John Kennedy, but not able to get anything here. Stun on both corner side. Maybe they could get this here. Jay Becky coming out of the corner and getting 2 of them actually, getting out and just ulting.
Last player standing.
Has to go here. Little bit down, and unfortunate timing coming out of Jay Bicky, but unfortunate, no 3-9 curse. And the lead goes to Ackworth, essentially 3 rounds away from taking this game.
Another fight? Clean slate. Let's leave whatever happened in the past.
So, back to a pistol round. Now we've swapped sides essentially here. So PolyX and Ackworth and everyone on that side is going to be defending now. Now Eagles, how will they fare in the offense round? You already must be thinking that the morale is low going into this attacking round. It's very hard to chow, and it seems like Ackworth just has better gun chowing. They're just not 100% sure what to do here. It looks like they're going to be calling an A hit here, though. A little bit of C as well. Not sure. The players are pretty spread out for Lone Tree. Ackworth are all posting up actually C-side here, so no one is watching the B. And then they realize, and then they call back, it looks like. And the A-side only has 1 person on it. If they move fast enough, they're going to be able to win this site pretty easily. Flashing their own teammate. Unfortunately, Flash coming out. Big Flash coming out. And Jonathan Kennedy not even looking the right way. They got to rush this guy. And AOK shooting the wrong way, it seems like. But Jonathan Kennedy's going to get these smokes out. And look at this. Eagles taking an early lead in the pistol round here. And down to PolyX and his friend. PolyX and LVK. Post in the smoke here. They're not sure exactly what to do. They're looking at each other. Out comes DK, and unfortunately not able to get only 1 pick here. PolyX sneaking up, right-clicking, and gets the pick, but unfortunately Nade, with everything out there, was just not able to do anything. 3-10. Pistol round goes in favor of Eagles. So second half. So Eagles now in the favor of the economy, able to buy a couple more guns here. As you can see that Judge coming out from Eco, essentially a shotgun, close up range, but good for her raise since she can run around the map with her bombs there. But other guns being bought out. It looks like some of the Eagles aren't fully buying just to make sure that they don't go into the next round completely broke, even if they lose this. And Ackworth just having pistols. Again, the only person really buying a gun here is Straticus. With the Frenzy here. Again, can't do much. They just have better guns. And Eco, like I said, getting aggressive with that shotgun here. Shooting corners. And essentially waiting. And look at all of Ackworth. They're getting ready to post up here. And yeah, so much control coming out of Eagles here. Just throwing all their util, making sure that this space is theirs. Straticus realizing this, coming up on the flank here maybe. Seeing if he can get anything. And Polyx actually gets the kill on Eco, unfortunately. And Jay Bicky probably going out off angle. Looks like Eagles are slowly not able to get trades here. And Dr. Horrible gets 3 of them. 4 of them. 1 more. And he gets the ace! The 5 coming out of Dr. Horrible! Just barely pulling out of the classic and just managing to get it with that blind. Amazing stuff coming out of Lone Tree Eagles. Barely, just a sigh of relief coming out of all of them, I bet. And you gotta be thinking, if you're Ackworth, how did we let that happen? How did we let one guy? They were so close and unfortunately not able to get there in time. Amazing job coming out. But a lot of those Lone Tree Eagles actually lost their weapons, so they're going to be going into this next round with a worse buy than Ackworth, actually. It looks like the Lone Tree Eagles are all going to be coming up over here A-side. They're on the top. They know that they're here, and he knows that they're there. And they trade it. Unfortunately, he gets one before he goes down. Dragon taking one down, and the rest are rotating here. But look at them. They're calling, and they said, get out. Let's get out of here, and let's go see. Which is a good call, because considering the fact that number 6 is actually going back to A. So as their Viper goes back to A, there's going to be one person holding on site here. And it's going to be LVK. LVK is going to try to hold this. Alarm bot going off. He knows where one of them is. Not sure. Activating all of his swamps and everything, but look at this. The rotation's coming back quick. And he got one before he could fall down. And numbers advantage in Ackworth again, actually. Unfortunately, it looks like Lone Tree Eagles are struggling to swing together. They know that Dr. Horrible's planted. Enemy Girlfriend trying to get picks. He actually gets one here. Let's see if the pinch comes out. Unfortunate coming out of PolyX. He's able to get that pick, but he is low. This is winnable for Dr. Horrible. He does have his ult. Playing out the angle here. Does PolyX know that he's here? And he fires at him. He knows. Blinded, unfortunately, but easily recovered back. He has to peek this angle. Unfortunate timing coming out of Dr. Horrible. And again, Ackworth take it. Even after losing such a round like that last round, they just brush it off, say he got lucky. Ackworth taking a very good lead here. Keeping the calm cool. Some of the Lone Tree players are starting to wake up just a little bit, but is it too late? PolyX here with the ultimate here can hold a whole site by itself called Viper's Pit. All over there, Dr. Horrible is the only one that has his ult, and I think he's had it for about a good 3 rounds. Dr. Horrible can take a lot of space here, and it looks like they might be calling it, but I'm not sure. They're playing another hero rifle, but not full rifle, just a little one called the Bulldog. So let's find out. It looks like Ackworth is actually just a little bit broken too, so we're going to find out how this round plays out, because it looks like both teams are just too poor to afford some better guns than rifles. Ego here, taking such an aggressive play with the Sheriff here. Gotta be on point tapping heads with this thing. And all of Eagles are clearing this out. They say, alright, we're going this, and some of them are going tree, actually. And yet, the swing, but Jay Bicky, again, with the picks. Getting these doubles here. Pretty amazing coming out, Jay Bicky. Kind of tap. And he's just not going to swing it. He said, not worth it. Going to be blind, but instantly tapped from PolyX. And they're going to make the call. Eagles going to make the call that they're both here. But unfortunately, John Kennedy doesn't seem like he notices. A lot of things coming out. And Eco actually taking high ground here.
One enemy remaining.
Does his IVK stick? And it does. And IVK unfortunately just couldn't do anything. He just said, I'm just going to stick and see what happens. And blown up by Eco. And a good round coming out from Eagles here. Now they know that they're going to be pretty much even because it looks like both teams saved by that last round. So again, still going to be around even economy. But Eagles just a little bit in the lead here. And you can look at Ackworth. They're just not sure what to do here. They have money, but they won't be able to buy full shields, by the way, folks. There's 50 shield for maximum amount you can buy for 1,000, so they have shield here. The base health is 100, so. And Draken just calling it. I think he's going to play for the ult orb here. He's going to try to get this ult because he's one away from it. So his team's smoking out for him, getting this ult. And you can see, getting the ult out immediately, and Polyhex stalling time for him to get that. And they know they got to make a call here. And you can see Draken has the ult still, so essentially he has a very viable weapon. These things hurt, folks, I'll tell you that. But it looks like Lone Tree Eagle's at a loss. They're not sure what to do with this Viper's Pit here. And Polyhex just holding it. All he has to do is just stay in it and just hold it. Every site is held down right now, and Draken pushing up a little bit ahead. Hearing all the Eagles here, they're not sure what to do. Again, they're just kind of sitting around. They're not sure exactly what to do. And Draken has his mid, so they all know. And look at the space that they're taking up over here. They're slowly pushing up on the A side, so they have to commit something. Either this or Lone Tree Eagles are going to be stuck here. And they're calling to take a B. And actually, good call from them because they do they see the back one? Do they see Draken in the back? Unfortunately, Draken missing all of his knives. But weirdly enough, all the trades come out, and unfortunate reload coming out of cute anime. And match point for Ackworth. What a weird turn of events. I've never seen a weird round in all my Valorant days. Draken missing all of his knives, but still, his team there, ready for the trades. Ackworth just thriving so much. And as you can see there, Draken, like I said, this Opera here, essentially a one-shot weapon as a sniper. One body shot is all it takes to kill with this thing, even if you have the shield. And it looks like it's going to be ulted out. Coming out of Eco here. And they're just going to clear out the site. He still hasn't used the ult yet. I think he's just going to fire it in this corner. He clears that corner, and he's going to play in this off angle here. Draken here now in a bit of a situation where he's a little bit closer range than he wants to be here. This is all out. This is Eagle's play. Ultimate coming out. Eagle playing this off spot here. And Eagle got the kill. And immediately traded out. Dr. Horrible here.
You should run.
On the spike here. And just call to ult on it. And they're going to swing together. Eagles have a chance to get this here. Swing together. But the ultimate coming out of their KJ. And they just swing it and take the round still. Eagles still remain alive. Will they save the rifles? Yes, they do. So Eagles taking 2 guns. Not very great guns, but 2 guns into the round. And it looks like Ackworth is just a little bit weird on their economy over here. Excuse me. See, 2 rifles and an operator costing 4,700 credits, but then the rest of the teammates are just can't buy anything. They're just going to be ended up buying pistols. So interesting play coming out. They're buying each other here, and it looks like they do have enough to afford 3 rifles, and they did say screw the ops. So let's find out here. Eagle's going to have to make a play here. Eco trying to take a very aggressive, but unfortunately his teammate actually stunning him. In an unfortunate turn of events here, Eco's trying to take up so much space like he usually does, like the duelist should. Unfortunately stunned out, he's calling to his teammates that he's gonna need to trade him. If he dies here. Taking space, and Eco is ready to swing on him, gets 1. And then he knows in the backside, gets 2, and Eagles again in the lead here. Maybe they can make the comeback. They don't want their story to end here.
Spike planted.
And again on LVK. LVK and Polyx. Polyx coming down the flank here, actually. So, interesting pitch that they both see. But they're actually not as good as they wanted it to be. And immediately caught out. What a play coming out of Lone Tree Eagles' KJ. But unfortunately traded out.
Last player standing.
And all coming down to Polyx. He knows this isn't great. Trying everything his hardest. Smoking himself out. Gonna be trying to play in his smokes. But unfortunately, seen immediately from Eco's perspective. And Lone Tree Eagles, not too far away, slowly catching up, and Ackworth must be getting just a little bit nervous. They might be a little bit broke right now. Ackworth on a save by 2 Spectres, a Stinger, and Sheriffs. And look at Lone Tree Eagles. They have the weapon advantage. If there's any time to come back, it would be now. And they're calling the A. Unfortunately stunned by his teammate again. They really got to coordinate that just a tad bit better. Eagle running straight in, taking the space. And look at this. They're all pushing up B. Ackworth is calling to hit the flank. The 5-man flank. Because they don't have that much weapons, they might as well group up together and hit the flank. And Lone Tree Eagles gotta be confused here. They gotta be thinking, where is everyone? Do they see it? Do they see the flank? A couple of them turning around. And then the bot from KJ, all calling them out here.
Planted.
And look at them, turning around. Eco taking up mad space here. Getting 1 and 2 actually with a grenade there. And A-OK. His best just a head tap. Getting a little bit of damage. But again, they can only do so much here. And the blind coming out. Unfortunately, Dr. Horrible able to catch them off here. Sees one. They're going to be trading each other.
Remaining.
And the Molly, last seen on one person, and there it is. Now, folks, I don't want to do a caster curse, but Eagles are just 4 away from putting it into overtime. Overtime is essentially whoever wins the next 2 rounds. It doesn't matter. Whoever wins the next 2 rounds, and they will switch back and forth between attack and defense. So Lone Tree Eagles, again, rich this time, but Ackworth able to buy some rifles here. They are able to full buy, just not entirely amazing. Just got a little bit of shield there on Straticus. And looks like they're going to be rushing B again. 4 of them. And they're actually going to be a gunfight. It's just going to be a gunfight. And Eagle running straight in, getting a pick, and immediately just killing 2 of them, taking them down. Eco with amazing fast plays, and the drone coming out. LBK, unfortunate timing, and look at this. The lead might actually be a little bit even here. John F. Kennedy only with 6 health, and Jay Bicky on the flank here. Can't help his team out. A-OK, just backing up. And this LBK, only 19 health. He knows that Jay Bicky is behind here on the backside. And he has to post up in this corner. Only 19 health. Again, and look at the Lone Tree Eagles calling to post up together. And they said, let's just plant. They have B, sure. We'll take A for free. Now Jay Bicky has to be the one to make the play here for Lone Tree Eagles. As you can see, their Sky for Ackworth healed their teammate to back to 100. So again, John F. Kennedy has to play in this corner here. And Jay Bicky really has to make the play. Dog coming out from Sky. And he plays this off angle. Did the dog see him? And they're actually calling up to hit this just straight on. They don't have that much time. They have to move. They know they have to. And Spike's right there. Jay Bicky laying onto the site. I don't think he's going to turn around in time. He didn't see him. He gets 1. John F. Kennedy. He knows he's blinded. This only one with 50 health. Gets the head tap. Doesn't need to risk it. Jay Bicky. He's already on the site. He might as well try to get the kill here. And he does. Does he get away with his rifle? Good call from him using his agility. Oh, but unfortunately it didn't last long enough. And Ackworth down again. Snowballing economy coming out of Eagles. Could it be coming down to the economy game where Ackworth isn't able to buy anything right now? At least anything super expensive to help them win the game. Look at that little theme there. But Lone Tree Eagles slowly making the comeback, and it could be. And look at this, Ackworth and Lone Tree Eagles, they're all going to be fighting here. 5-man stack, and they call it to back up. They call it just to back up. And amazingly, they know the read is spot on, and they're just going to take CE for free. The read is actually amazing. They know exactly what their opponent's doing, and they're trying it again. And look at this, they all have to rotate. Ackworth knows that they have to run. Now, I think Lone Tree Eagles, seeing that they know that whenever they're on a save bite, they stack together, they just take the site for free. And now they just have to defend it here.
Spike planted.
And Ackworth slowly creeping here. Again, not in the weapons advantage, but still powerful. They have to be careful here. Lone Tree Eagles can't be playing confident. But look at John F. Kennedy. He has the ultimate. And Eco just getting picks again. But the multiple sheriff swings coming out. And unfortunately, Molly's everywhere. Just kills out Ackworth. But again, they are able to take down 2. So these weapons are force, people. And again, it looks like they're just going to be playing for the ult. And the ult comes out and kills off Poly X. And Ackworth getting nervous. They're not sure what to do here. But they can definitely full buy this round. Yep, and that's a 100% gunfight round. Now it's time to fight. If Ackworth doesn't win this, they're going to go into the next round broke. And if they lose that next round, which they probably will because they are not as rich as Eagles, then it will be in overtime, folks.
Placing alarm bot. Turret out.
So again, Ackworth's changing up the side a little bit. Looks like they're not going to be doing the super aggressive play. And it looks like Lone Tree Eagles are actually just going to spread out just a tad bit here. As you can see, all of them just slow playing. The spike's actually down on the mid here. So they don't want to commit to anything too badly.
Placing swarm grenade.
Let's see if the comm is made. Maybe they're just making some noise. Actually, no. Lone Tree Eagles are going to be calling it, and they're going to be going this way. They said we're calling it, and the grenade coming out from Eco. Again, the grenade's coming out from Eco. Throwing a drone, just trying to see. Swinging on this. Unfortunate, not able to get that pick just in time. And okay, they're all posting up here. Healing up his teammates, and now it's essentially an even 4v4. Ultimate coming out of Draken, and 2 ultimates coming out, actually. I didn't even think about the ult count. And here, they're taking the space, and they're able to just move everyone out of sight here. And Lone Tree Eagles are going to try to play this more long range. And spammed out from Jay Bicky. Amazing job coming out from the spam. And again, it's a 1v4. And Lone Tree Eagles take it. And Ackworth, now, economy is broken. They don't have anything. They're going to have to do a semi-force buy. Or not, they are going to have some force buy here. But did they save enough? It looks like some of them did, but look at that Spectre there. Again, they know that Ackworth is just a little bit more broke. The question is, what site are they going to force on? Because they know that Ackworth gets super aggressive here whenever they are lesser in guns. So again, look at this, light shields. And they're just not that great in money or armor.
I got the spike.
So, peeking long, A-okay. Ego going with the super aggressive approach again. Look at him up there. Blinded here, taking the super aggressive, hitting the corner side, and good call, actually. Getting space, and just going back and forth. Ackworth, not sure what to do here. They don't want to lose more men. Grouping together while you're low on money here is probably the key play that you have to hit. But the spike is planted, and the ultimates are in favor of Lone Tree Eagles. They have so many ults here that they could use. Jay Bickies, Dr. Horribles. And again, they're just going to play it looks like. Look at that attacker, KJ coming out. KJ coming out and getting good picks out. Swinging. They know they gotta get rid of this here. If they don't swing this, they're not gonna be able to get it, and they're gonna be locked in, and they're locked. They're locked. And look at this. Polyak trying to buy so much time, but it looks like the spike, and Eagles make it into overtime, down 2-10 into 12-12. Folks, we are now in overtime game.
Switching sides.
And as Ackworth, your
Overtime.
mental must be extremely low now. You don't know what to do here. You're thinking that these Eagles guys are getting on fire. Their hands are hot now. Now, folks, everyone gets 5,000 credits, which means everyone can buy a gun, and that's every round. So it doesn't matter what the economy is, whether the team loses or wins. It's going to be always 5,000 in overtime. I remind you again, folks, the teams have to win 2 rounds in a row in order for them to win the game. So Eco waking up, and look at the whole team on Eagles here, waking up a little bit and getting a lot more kills. And you can see, no longer is no one negative on Ackworth's side. But Ackworth, again, such a strong attacking defeat. Will Eagles be able to make the play? Because they've always struggled. They went 10 and 2, Ackworth, on attack here. It looks like Eagles got called out. They're just gonna call back. And Ackworth is just gonna commit the tree here. Gonna blind out. Jay Bicky's getting ready here. Spamming through it. Trying to get those picks again. And unfortunately stunned. He's gonna make the call. And they have the site now. Look at this. Ackworth taking site fast. They know what they want.
Killed my bot.
Spike planted.
And 2 of the Lone Tree Eagles post up in this little site here. Unfortunately, Eco barely getting out a kill. 3v4. And number 4 here. Yeah, they're trying to get the pinch side. Ooh, and swinging out on a wide angle. Unfortunately, not able to get it. And all down to Jay Bicky. Is he going to be able to get this round out? Hit for 10. Unfortunate. And I don't think he sees the jet over here. Unfortunate timing. And Ackworth, again, with that attacking strong suit. They knew that they were confident on attack, and they got it.
Switching sides.
But then
Match
here
point.
comes the Lone Tree Eagles attack. Now Ackworth has to be thinking. They gotta calm down. They've only won 2 rounds on defense, essentially switch swapping. And their call, it looks like they're leaving C-side alone. The quick rotate from C to B is good enough for them, it looks like. Unless, yep, they're going back. So, Lone Tree Eagles, what is their play? Rush A. It seems like Eco here has been doing so good on just running straight in. The blind coming in, getting info. Intel's out. And again, the instant run-in from Eco.
Go get him.
Such a strong play. And Eco with the aggressive. If you're A-OK, you gotta get out of this situation. You don't know what to do. You know that a couple of Lone Tree Eagles are coming onto the side, and Eco just taking up space. And like he always does, even with 11 health, he's not afraid. He's having these corners. The Poly X again with the Odin. Trying to do much damage with this gun, but what's he gonna be able to do here? Coming down here. And again, they're just playing the site. Eco, one off from his ultimate actually here.
Enemy remaining.
He might just ult this. Team doesn't want to swing on anything. And all down. He sneaks up. Is he going to get the backside of these 2 players? Gets one, unfortunately. And the ultimate cover from Eco. And Eco with the 4K. Even with 11 health. Absolutely slaying on the map. Dominating with that aggressive play.
Switching sides.
And again,
Overtime.
they're back in overtime. 2 times in a row. And they're back at square one. Now we are in double overtime, folks. This is getting scary. Again, you're Ackworth. You know that you've been attacking very well, so they're just not going to change it up. They're just spreading apart here, doing what they need to. The Lone Tree Eagles are the ones that need to make a change here. They're not sure how to defend against them. Looks like no team is good on defense here on this map. So Jay Bicky here. It looks like Ackworth isn't taking space at all. They just kind of want to stay here, play it slow. They don't want anyone touching them yet. And dogging out to get information here. A-OK, trying to see if anyone's in these blind spots. Doesn't see anyone B, but doesn't mean it's safe. And you can see, there's 3 Lone Tree Eagles here. Just posted up, ready to take this space. Poly X here. Took up a little bit of space, but there's actually 2 Lone Tree Eagles here. And Lone Tree Eagles call it right. There's no one going A, and they all post up the other sites that they may be going. Even the quick rotate to C here. And Ackworth are gonna execute on the C site here. And the call's made. Look at that. Eco turning him around instantly. Unfortunately stunned. Straticus, Dr. Horrible gonna swing on him, and unfortunately gets picked, but Straticus, even in the stun, never get the kills. Walking in it. Trying to do his best here. LVK taking sight. And A-OK, unfortunately. Eco running, taking that aggressive. Jay Bicky getting that pick. And unfortunately, it looks like Lone Tree Eagles take an attacking round. Now Ackworth have to be really nervous. Not attacking, sorry, excuse me. Defending round.
Sides.
And now they're attacking. And now Ackworth taking a timeout. Really thinking, hang on, guys. We know that we have some time here. We gotta take it. Scary, scary moment for Ackworth here. Because they know that they can't go do anything on defense here. Attacking side. If you're Eagles, you have to deep breaths here. And you've got to think that you've done this several times and you can do it again. Ackworth trying to make a game plan. They don't know. I think the main problem is for them that this aggressive Raze player, Eco, just keeps running on the site and mowing them down. So the question is, what's the counterplay? They don't have anything really to stall besides this KJ with her mollies. But other than that, there's not much that he can really stall with. Because if they leave one site alone, it looks like Eagles are going to be able to read that, but minute timeout. And if Eagles take this, it will be a miracle to be behold. And let's see what Ackworth has formed up here. Buying the op to stop the fast push, it looks like. Draken not going to have any shield here, nor not much utility. As you can see, he doesn't have all of his smokes or his updrafts. But the op play is the call. Do Eagles go C-side? And unfortunately, the op's on the wrong side. Unless Jay Bicky here. wants to peek this, and he doesn't. Unless the scare. The op coming out. They know that the op's here. Draken. Trying to get pigs here. Gets one, runs away. Gets Jay Bicky. Still, gotta be fearful of that race player. But looks like they're actually calling B here. And said, hey, let's just sneak up this B. But they back up. They're not sure what to call here. It looks like they might be trying to do a distraction here. And then they're calling the C site. But the quick rotation is right there from the B site. They're down one. They don't want to risk anything. They know that they're down one. And the missed op shot coming out of Draken. So they're rushing it. They know that this op can't play close up. But Draken here playing this offsite here. He doesn't know what to do. Taking space. Gets the shot off onto other people. More ops here. Takes another one down. And maybe it's a 4K. Dr. Horrible. Last alive here. And just right clicked. Draken responding back. And we are in triple overtime, folks.
Switching sides. Overtime.
Going into triple overtime here. Players, economies, does not matter, like I said. And it doesn't look like any spooky players are coming out. No ops, no nothing, just a full shield straight battle. And they're going back and forth at it. Lone Tree Eagles want this so badly. And yet, both teams creating plans, strategies, just to beat both of them. Both at each other. It's amazing how it's coming out. And Eco again, out this off angles here. He's gonna see if he can take a player. Takes one down. Not gonna take the second fight. He's gonna get out as soon as he can. Gets the pick and runs. Now the call is made, and look at Eagles here. Unfortunately, not able to get the pick. Just a little bit of damage here. Going out onto the site. Jay Bicky spamming to smoke. PolyX moving out slowly. Oh, but number 6 here. GF taking the flank side in King 2. Good call from him, taking up his early space and just has to get out. He knows he doesn't want to play his life here. And swings, unfortunately, a little too far wide with that swing.
I got the spike.
2v3 in Eagles' favor. And again, we might see a repeat. We might see a good defensive round coming out of Eagles somehow against the Ackworth attack. But look at this. They're calling back. Ackworth is calling back to the site that they just left. And Jay Bicky, unfortunately tapped, immediately side. Wasn't able to get the pick. And the ult coming out. Viper's Pit. Such a strong, strong ultimate. Taking up space. John F. Kennedy and Dr. Horrible both have utility here. Especially Dr. Horrible's in a great position here. And both these players, it looks like both of PolyX. Okay, taking a pick, gets the read, and uses the ultimate, immediately knows where he is. And let's see if they run at him. They're just gonna use the utility. And is there enough time? Does Ackworth stall enough? Do they defend their spike? And Dr. Horrible, without any time left, just pops on it. And attackers from Ackworth again, taking it on.
Switching sides.
Now Lone Tree Eagles in a pinch. Not really sure what to do here. Scary moments coming out of Lone Tree Eagles camp here. Gotta be breathing deep. 16 assists coming from John F. Kennedy.
Turret out.
Now, looks like Eagles are just thinking here. They're talking. And they're just gonna play their game out. Looks like it might be a C-heavy push here. Number 6 Poly. Being rushed out on the side, actually, and they don't have the op to stop this, actually, anymore. So, stunned out and everything. Gonna have to run immediately side, and everyone is not flanking, excuse me, rotating here. And the call is off. They run immediately back out.
There.
And look at it. The read is correct again. Rushing one site for them, and then immediately rotating out of sight. Number 7, Draken. The closest one in order to get there. He actually has the op, but he called A that last time. Planting site. And now, it's time for them to defend. You gotta get a little more aggressive. Op coming out. Hitting for him for 10 health. Getting And unfortunately, the op gets out of Draken's hands and into Eco's. Excuse me.
Cover going out.
Eco. Now having this op here. Trying to carry it over.
Here comes the party.
Bomb coming out. And good call from Eco. Getting 2 picks here. And a 4th. And it's just the battle of the duelist. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what I'm saying. But we are going into quadruple. I'm sorry. Yeah, quadruple overtime. Quadruple overtime. What a play. Both teams, Titans clashing at each other. No ops being bought. And again, Ackworth back on the offense here. What do we do? What do I say in this moment where Titans of teams are just clashing? And it looks like Ackworth is going to slowly creep up here on the seaside. And immediately called out here. Got caught by that turret. Eco taking a super aggressive flank here. And if they all back out, they're going to get caught by Eco here, actually. He's going to be sneaking up here. And he's going to be able to get, unfortunately, caught up by the turret. And now, Eagles down in numbers again with the Ackworth offense. Dr. Horrible. John Kennedy post up here. But number 5, Jay Bickey. Trying to hold this, seeing if he could get a sneaky pick off here before they swing. 1. And unfortunately not able to get another one. Swinging out. Leaving Dr. Horrible and JFK in a 2v4. Ackworth just knows that this is theirs, and the ult coming out too just doesn't help their cause here. Lone Tree Eagles just scared in a corner, not knowing what to do. And the Viper Spit coming out as well. So many ults coming out. It looks like Ackworth is just playing the ult game. They're just going to side, grabbing ults, and just not sure what to do here. JFK mauling a corner. They just have to go. Dr. Horrible just calls it and says we have to go. We can't do anything else except just go. Called out. JFK. Just sprayed out. And back into Ackworth's match point. Will we be seeing it, folks? Will there be a quintuple? A quintuple overtime? Let's find out. Eagles. Draken making the play here with the op again. He knows that if Eco likes aggressing on this side, and he'll stop it, and maybe the read is spot on. Eco and everyone are posting up over here. And the op is going to be there. The op is going to be ready here. But look at it. Barely calling it off. And Eco, maybe realizing it, calls the C site. It is indeed the weaker site. And look at this. Draken just left there. Eco taking the early space. And behind him, maybe an unexpected LVK. Eco just taking space again. The spam coming out. And LVK getting a pick. But Q and my girlfriend getting picks with this. Draken coming out with the op. Now essentially they're down a man because the op is so hard. But the op is pending to be useful here. And will they do it? Will Ackworth? Ackworth take it after quadruple overtime. And folks, that was only map 1. So Ackworth taking a lead 1-0. But what a grueling match. We'll be right back, folks, after this. And welcome back, folks. We are back in our second map here. Lone Tree Eagles, backs against the walls. We are playing on the map of Bind. Now, interestingly enough here, you can see both teams playing Brim. But there's that hover over from AOK, the Viper here. So you see some of these characters in the first game, folks, but some of them might be new, and I will explain my best. Looks like Dr. Horrible down there picking the Cypher. He's basically an intel person using cameras and tripwires to find opponents, and looks like Polyx was going to run that, but I'm not too sure. Looks like Jay Bicky going back to Eco, going back to Raze. Obviously their best characters here. And Cute Anime Girlfriend going with that Sky pick. Good flashes, good heals, everything. It could almost be identical. They just have a jet. By the way, folks, we have somebody named Bubbles. That was Kraken from last game, or Kraken, or whatever it was. Just Bubbles now. I'll be calling him Bubbles. Yep. Alright. And looks like the comps are confirmed. So Jay Bicky and Eco both going duelists here, and then it looks like one of every other control role, or whatever it may be, Sentinel and Initiator here. But looking at Ackworth sides here, they ran a Deadlock, a double Sentinel comp here. Deadlock being a new character that was introduced, very useful with a wall that she's able to put up, and good utility just all around coming from her. Now with KJ, or Killjoy, the lady with glasses essentially, right over here. When you saw her last round, she had activated grenades from afar. She had turrets, just very good AoE, and that ultimate that shuts down anybody within that radius. You can see Bubbles or Kraken also pulling back out that jet. Seem to be the top fragger for over here on Ackworth's side, so just makes sense. Straticus was running Omen last round for their controller, but not running the Brim. Looks like both controllers for both teams are running Brim now. It's just this time there wasn't an Omen on Ackworth's side here. So off we go, folks. Map 2 of Lone Tree Eagles versus Ackworth here. You see Polyx here with that Deadlock setting up really nicely
Over
here.
there. Turret out.
Doing everything he can. Was putting things up, setting it down, and looks like both Sentinels are actually just going to be setting up over here.
Listening.
What are the Lone Tree Eagles doing? Well, they're actually hitting the site that's not as set up here. Now they are setting quite a bit, the walls getting ready and everything, but here are the Lone Tree Eagles. Ready to shine. Dr. Horror will make sure that these flanks are covered with these tripwires here. How about the Shorty getting really aggressive here? I'm gonna see if that Eco's just going in. And unfortunately mistimed. Couldn't get there.
Our spikes
But
down.
Bubbles getting the kills. And Ackworth taking
down A.
surprising that defense. We knew how they were.
Last player standing.
Anime Girlfriend, unfortunately, getting right click, but getting 2 picks on the way out. And the money. Now going to be in the Lone Tree, or not in the Lone Tree, excuse me, Ackworth sides. They're going to be a little bit more rich here. I've told you about economy before, so it's very important here. If Ackworth loses this, then it's a weird place that they put in the economy. As you see, Lone Tree Eagles, not buying much. Can't do much.
Sound sensor
Can't
up.
do much over there.
Sound sensor up.
But we shall see. And they're just gonna call to hit the A again. Let's see if Eco's gonna do this hard, crazy push again. Hitting out the corner. Jumping around. Doing things. Look at the Cypher camera up there coming out. Looks like they just want to take this space and plant the
Plant
spike.
the spike.
But gonna get spammed through. Unfortunate. It's a lot of damage taken out and walked backwards into Straticus' Molly. He saw it on there and Eco just couldn't do anything. And Straticus coming out with very strong
Stim beacon
util and weaponry. Just good all around. J-Bick by himself. Nothing to do. Gets 1. Gets 2. Couldn't get the 3rd one though. Good utility. He's using Reyna, an operator that essentially allows you to go invisible when you take a soul of a person. Very dark character, but she can heal, she can disappear with that, and her ultimate just is called Empress, I believe, where every time she gets a kill, she can disappear completely without a purple outline and heal fully. So, pretty broken character is said out loud, but you just need to get kills if you're with that character. Otherwise, you can't utilize her. Jay Bicky won off from his ult though. Let's take a look at the ults here. Getting close, but the closest is Jay Bicky. It looks like his ultimate only costing 6 orbs. This is going to be the first gunfight of the match, folks. Here we go. Eagle going in with the super aggressive push here. With the judge. Gets 2 of them. And Straticus getting a little bit of damage done after being where he was. Jay Bicky and teammates are just going to spam it out. And look at Ackworth here. In a bit of a situation where they're not sure what to do. Sheriff only for LVK. Looks like he didn't buy that much this round. Polyx going to have to make the play here. Taps coming from LVK, but looks like a swing coming in for Showers. Just cleared out. Dr. Horrible, he knows. And they're just going to try to peck up. But Polyx is actually doing some work here. Getting some picks one by one. Unfortunate reload timing. And LVK just going to get swung out on unfortunate reload. And Eagles take a round. 2-1 in favor of Ackworth here. Now, Ackworth have a pretty good setup here. They're going to have the Brim ults. Essentially, what's going to be happening here on this map side here is that Brim is able to use an ability where it's just a giant beam from the sky that shoots and does damage quite fast. So, defaults is what I'll call them, is where the spike is usually planted default. So, this guy over here, Brim, with John F. Kennedy, he's going to try to plant it right over here in front of this box side. Let's find out how they can do it. Yeah, very fully. Eco getting aggressive again. Let's find out. He's already in U-Haul. And the comms gonna be made that 2 is over there. All coming out of Kraken or Bubbles here.
Careful.
See what he can do. He didn't really want to spend money. See if he's gonna hit the updraft here. What will he do with this ult? He knows that they're coming. He's gonna... And unfortunately, JBK gets the... Unfortunate timing for Bubbles. Just good trades coming all out. Straticus stuck on the site. He's gonna spam through.
Spike planted.
And gets one. Sees another one. Unfortunately, Dr. Horrible there for the trade. 2v2s. And then Cypher's ultimate telling immediately where everyone is on the map. LVK traded out. And now PolyX revealed. Doesn't know what to do. He's gonna jump around with the judge. Gets a pick. Gets the Vandal. This isn't Luzo. And gets the head tap. PolyX absolutely clutching for their team. Just doing amazing. Sending a message. Potato aim. The disrespect.
I have seen death.
But after making a play like that, you definitely can say talk some smack. Let's see. Eagles now. They're not down horribly. They do have some money here. Same with Ackworth. Just a little bit more though. And you can see their Jet is always playing this aggressive op here. Now we've seen what Bubbles can do with this op before. Question is what and how much value can you get out of it? And it looks like Lone Tree Eagles are just not going there. They said we're just gonna go B. Oh, and look at that wall coming out from the deadlock. And the call is made to rotate. Right now, 2 rotating.
Smoke's down.
Jay Bicky in along here. Only with a ghost. So much gunfire happening around. Eco. Horrible. Gonna get out. A-okay. Angry. Facing out PolyX and Bubbles with the operator again. Spamming through that smoke. They're trying to get their best. And Eco and Jay Bicky, both of us are just gonna try to get out here. Bubbles. Peeking. If you're Jay Bicky, 34 health and a classic, there's just no way you could get out of this situation. Unless... Scary. They're checking the corner. And he doesn't swing.
Spike down B.
Eco, just too scared. I wouldn't know what to do in this situation either. It's just a horrible situation. Like, Eco just doesn't... I think he's just gonna wait to get a pick, though. Will they peek this corner? I don't think he will. I think he's gonna right-click. Uh-oh, and the dog, and...
Got him.
gonna swing on this corner together.
10 seconds left.
And he gets the right click. And he gets the right click. Eco having a little bit of fun before he dies. Getting 2 picks around there. Pretty funny. But, unfortunately, not able to pull it out. And now we're left. Still have the op picking up for Bubbles here. Now, first gun round of the match. You can see that Eagles there. Behind their rifles. And weirdly enough, Ackworth is in a weird position where they actually took so much damage that they're not going to be able to full buy it here. So,
Funnel them
in
to
theory, the advantage should be for Eagles here. And Bubbles with this strong op here is going to walk right into it.
Seek them out.
And the Bubbles op. So good. Coming out with so many of these picks. Oh, but Eco just running in with the... And unfortunately, not able to get one. The rest just rotating. John Kennedy, good picky. Wonder if he was saw. Wonder if the dog saw him. Just spamming through. Polyx just inspecting. 2 of them actually rotated back, and which was a pretty smart call, but it's not where they are. So leaving it a 3v3 over here, which could be winnable for Eagles if they are able to execute fast enough. But you know what? Polyx and IVK might be taking the teleporter on this map to go around on the flank side. And that's exactly what they might be doing here. Either that or they're just calling to watch it here. They hear footsteps. People know that they're here. And the op shot just doing so much damage. A-okay, not getting him. And just last alive.
30
Okay,
seconds left.
JK. Getting a pick on the op actually.
My ult's ready.
It looks like our last players are always just getting picks here. Our last players here on Eagles, at least. He heard the op, not the op, the TP. And unfortunately, not going to be able to get the tap here. Polyx just beating him out there. In
We're
Ackworth's
all more
position,
important than
5-1.
words on a brief. Look out for each other.
Now they have the economy in their favor. And now Lone Tree Eagles can barely afford anything. But it looks like they're going to actually force and not save. So basically, they're going to try to buy as much as they possibly can in order to stop Ackworth's snowballing. So this is their attempt. And if this happens, and if they just so happen to lose this round, they will be broke. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. That's on... Put in my Valorant. Sorry. So sorry. That's on me. Did not mean to hit those buttons. I don't even know what the buttons do. JFK here. Right on the site here. Spamming the corner side out. And the op from Bubbles. You just cannot stop the train. Blinded or not, he is on a tear. Bubbles running it down. And at this point, if you're Eagles, you just don't know how to stop this guy. He just... either way.
Careful.
And the rotation. Coming straight out. Took the teleporter and said, you know what, we're just going to take the site. Eco taking such aggressive. But the deadlock ult barely misses him. Clearing out, and Polyx not able to get that ult off. So he thinks that this corner's clear, but unfortunately, a mistimed Eco just swing. He swung on the molly, and Polyx just wasn't expected. Bubbles clearing people out.
Gun here.
Bubbles is just a killing machine.
Thanks.
And now,
No, you don't deserve my
Ackworth taking the advantage here. What do you do? What do you do in such a scenario? For your opponent. Look at the economy. And overall, just unfortunate for Eagles here. They don't have much.
Placing alarm bot.
Eagles just have to wake up now. If there's any time to wake up, it would be now. They have to go. They have to get picks here, and they have to trade each other. Eco again going solo. Will he be able to do something here on his own with the sheriff? Dog's coming out, and intel is seen. A-OK knows that Eco is here now. Question is, how does he play it out? What does he do here? Bubbles again. You cannot stop the train. You would think Eagles would stop peeking this by now, but for some reason, Bubbles just constantly gets the picks. And look at this, the slow roll. And yet, the wall stops their play completely. ultimate. Come from Sky. A-okay. They know where they generically are. It's still a 4v5. It's not completely hopeless, but Bubbles again. And they've managed to take them off. Eco's just gonna run in here, take U-Haul, and it's his. A-okay, unfortunately cleared out. Now Ackworth in an even position, and they don't have the op on their side.
Spike planted.
It's in Eco's hands now, and we know that this is the top fragger for Lone Tree, so this op gonna be very useful. Unfortunately blinded out. Good for controllers here. He sees one, peeks it, couldn't get the shot off. Gonna see if he can peek one last time. Unfortunate shots coming out. JFK might be getting some unwanted pressure here.
Player standing.
And unfortunate swings. Puts it back in, puts the op's hands back into Polyx's, back into Ackworth's. Lone Tree Eagles had that sight. They just fell apart there last second. What can you do? And again, you're just going to give it to Bubbles and say, hey man, just keep doing what you're doing. You are just doing amazing. And there's no doubt that he is. Just the immediate hold here. People know that they have to stop peeking over here. Now don't be mistaken, Lone Tree Eagles, they are some good Valorant players. It just looks like some reason they just don't know how to counter this one op. Polyx. Throwing wall and running back. Simple as that. But actually though, they're gonna be running up here. Eco and them gonna be running up long here. Eco just actually getting himself killed over there in the corner side. Elbow.
I know exactly where.
Ultimate's coming out with a hat, and now they know where everybody is, and then they just take sight. Bubbles with the op again. Realize it's just too close up, and then they take the TP, and they're gone. They're gone, and they're moving on the other side fast. The only person that can stop this as soon as possible is A-okay. He's here on the site. Couldn't get one. Gets attacked somehow, someway. Unfortunately, can't go from there. Never get Dr. Horrible watching his camera. Bubbles has the op again. Has the op. What will he do in this situation? Grabs A are pretty good. He and my girlfriend sees on top, breaks the comm, swinging. John Kennedy hiding in his own smoke.
Cage triggered.
Unfortunate timing. And the Molly coming out
Last
of
player
JFK.
standing.
Unfortunate timing. John F. Kennedy just couldn't get the Molly out and stall long enough. And Ackworth taking an 8-1 lead. Tensions are high, morale's low. Eagles gotta be thinking, what can we do? What can you do to stop this though? What can one do? And again, Bubbles with this op, just so strong holding this one place. And it looks like Eagles just don't know what to do. They're just gonna peek it. And will. Bubbles not able to get it, unfortunately. Gonna get immediately back on top of it, actually. Eco just said, I don't die to those. And Dr. Horrible seems to be gone. In La La Land. Not sure where he went. Hopefully everything's okay over there. Rotation's on. And there he is. He's moving. Nowhere rugged. Gonna ult in that corner. Gonna bounce this off. Gonna see. And Ashley couldn't get out. Unfortunate timing for him. That ultimate captures somebody and pulls it towards a location. If that body reaches the location, that person dies. So Dr. Horrible just getting information with this camera here. Unfortunately, only getting a view tap, but Bubbles again with a strong op play. And then they just take the TP again. But this time they have somebody actually anchoring the site. A-okay here. Gonna slowly take sight. Take a U-Haul. Is Eagle gonna see this? A-okay sees it first. A-okay knows where they would probably be. Dr. Horrible here in a terrible position.
Remaining.
Bubbles
30 seconds
again.
left.
You cannot
Spike down
stop
A.
the Bubbles train. He's just amazing with that op. Ultimate in his favorite too. If you're Ackworth, you gotta be in a comfortable position. You gotta be. My Jet is running the op. We are rich, and we have 3 ultimates. You know, no worry. Now, of course, Eagles is a little bit uncomfortable. At least they get a bye this round, and they do have 3 ults, so it's essentially even playground. But the op is worth so much. The op is getting so much value for Ackworth here because they had kept this op ever since like round, who knows, maybe 5, 4? I can't even recall.
I've got your trail.
And Bubbles. Looks like he hit a toe, but it looks like nobody was damaged here in the fight.
Dim beacon here.
Dr. Horrible getting an Eco with the aggressive push again.
Feeling safe.
It's just what they needed. It's just the Eco aggressive.
Right here.
They know where one person is. They just gotta plant the site. And Jay Vicky
One enemy remaining.
gets the op, and the op is finally out of that man's hands. And cute anime girlfriend just taking it out. They grab the op.
Last
Oh,
round
and they
in the
decide to
half.
throw it away. Interesting. Oh wait, nope. Sorry. Looks like Bubbles took it. Not Bubbles. I'm looking at the wrong side. I'm sorry. Looks like they threw away the op. No use for op with them. But Bubbles, of course, has enough money and economy just to buy it. And timeout coming in from Eagles. Now they're down. And of course, this is probably the most prime time to use it. 9-3 curse is still there. But looking at the position they're in, they have to win this no matter what. And they do have 3 ults in play here. Same still for Ackworth. They do have 3 ults. Weirdly enough here, Straticus isn't going to be buying that AR. Going to be buying that super aggressive Judge play. Again, I remind you that that gun is a shotgun. So we're going to see how that pans out. There it is right there. And the ultimates. Now, you got to be thinking whose ults are probably more impactful. And when I'm looking at it, it looks really even. Both teams have a Brim ult. But over there on Ackworth sides, they have the Sky ult, which just has prowlers that chase people down and blind them. And they also have the KJ taking space ult. Over there on Eagle side there, you can see that Reyna, Jay Bicky has the ultimate, where I told you that Empress. And also Eco with the giant bomb. Just shooting a giant grenade launcher essentially coming out of Eco. Let's see what they do here. Jay Bicky taking up space here. Eco taking some...
There.
Now again, Bubbles. Just spamming some smoke.
Fire in the hole.
And what a play coming from Bubbles. Dodging Eco's grenade, just flying upwards and saying, yep, you can hit me here. And the team couldn't pick him because they didn't think that he could go that high. Got to back up and look at Poly-X taking the flank and running up, conditioning, thinking that he's going to put down that wall. And what a flawless round coming out of Ackworth.
Blocking movement.
Now, question stands. Do we see a 210 comeback from Lone Tree again? If you're Lone Tree now, your back is against the wall. You gotta wake up, and you gotta get going. Ackworth, though, strong, alive. They're just taking this in like a little breeze. Nothing for them to worry about. So who knows how this will go. So, let's find out. Pistol round. So everyone's here. It has 800 at the start, so let's find out. Say Eco. Posting up behind these boxes here. Contact is made between Jay Bicky and Poly-X here. Calls the call back up. Peeking showers. He knows that there. Eco's going to be an amazing tap coming from through the smoke actually from Jay Bicky. Gonna be tapping. And tapping through the smoke, it works. Eco. Gonna be trying to bomb out the place. Trying to stall time. Amazing head tap. You gotta be thinking that game sense coming from LVK is just really strong. But the bomb's coming out and the C4 control coming out. Cute enemy girlfriend hitting that flank side. Eco. Eco with the 4K. Now, again, this is a scary, scary time. Where Ackworth remembers, maybe the horrors are coming back. Eco waking up. Jay Bicky slowly waking up. The team is slowly rising together. Meanwhile, on Ackworth, you're not too nervous, you know? You gave them one. What is there to be nervous about? Let's find out. And now they know they're on a save here, so they're buying lesser weapons, of course. And Lone Tree here, with so many. Great utility. Look at this camera here, ankle. I clicked him from A-OK. So it's an interesting bird because you can't hit that extremely well, so it's a little bit of a glitch. He and my girlfriend just throwing it out there though. And the whole team here, cornered and not sure what to do here. They're gonna be calling it off. JFK playing from a far side here. If you're Ackworth, you just have to group up here and just swing together. It's not like you really want to be taking fights solo, because they don't really have that leeway to work with. Now they're slowing the play down, it looks like, Ackworth. Ackworth slowing down the play here. LVK running backside. Running out. And it looks like the read is actually spot on for the weaker side. 3 players on A side, B side, but you gotta think about the utility here. The thing that they have here. Jay Bicky and Dr. Horrible here, holding the side solo alone. And Jay Bicky managed to get one with the classic. What an amazing! He put down the cat spray, and they're TPing immediately back to the other side. Only one person to hold it here, and it's Q and my girlfriend. Posting up in the corner side, gets 1, 2, 3, and almost 4. They didn't check the corner, and finishing it off was Eco.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
4K coming out of the hands of an Australian with dogs. Amazing job. Coming from cute anime girlfriend. And what a play to just not even back up. Says, I'm posting up in this corner and it's mine. But again, now, the economy is a little weird for Ackworth, and including, you know, Lone Tree. Lone Tree Eagles here have money, but they're buying lesser weapons because they're taking it from the last round. So, in theory, Ackworth have the advantage here, but if they lose this, they will be dirt broke. Interesting sight coming out of AOK, but we're not going to question sights here. And it looks like Straticus.
Launching smoke.
Is he even held yet? There it is. Immediately rushing him, but Bubbles getting the immediate rush side, running in the site and saying, this is my space and this is my space only. Gonna take it, but the smoke from his teammate. Unfortunate timing. Number 9 in a weird spot here, playing a judge, and unfortunately swung by Bubbles from the backside. Can't have a girlfriend. Unfortunately, flash through. Can't do much here. They're just spamming you, and just Bubbles again, the killing machine. I like that. Bubbles, good name. Good name to put like a scary adjective. Like Bubbles the Killer or something like that. You know, having fun out here. Okay, so both teams are actually going to be full buying here. So Jay Picky actually going to be picking Odin here, and the money is now in the favor of Ackworth. But if they lose this, again, it's not going to be pretty, but neither is it for Lone Tree. So basically they're playing for a lot here. Playing for how the way the shape of this game is going to go. Jay Bicky just spamming out. You could shoot through the wall there, it looks like, and just couldn't get it, unfortunately. Going to be playing with an Odin now. But slowly, the killer creeping up and backing off. Said no thank you. You and my girlfriend on site, but look at Ackworth here. Slowly and slowly. Creeping their way up showers here. Just the dog come out. The dog comes out. Polly gets a kill. The Bubble's just gonna run on straight into the site. Said this is my space. Checking U-Haul. Gets the pick immediately on Eco. Doesn't know what to do. And look at that. The rotation. So slow. John F. Kennedy is here alone. Not knowing really what to do.
Right here.
Pings, and unfortunately too late of a ping. Barely getting the kill here. Losing 120 health while he was at it.
Smoke's down. Stim beacon here.
John F. Kennedy couldn't do anything. Backs against the wall. 12-4. This is match point. Game point for Ackworth. They win this and they win for the summer split final of Platinum Valorant. Over there, Lone Tree, you fought so hard to get here. Went through all the rounds, and now you face a Titan that's up 8 rounds on you. What do you do? Buy a Marshall, apparently, because they are just actually so broke that they can't afford anything. If you're Ackworth, you're thinking that this is done. But let's see if Lone Tree, out of desperation, comes creation. Jay Bicky with an Ares here. A lot of ammo here. Dr. Horrible. Look at the camera. He knows that they're here. And a good play coming out from Dr. Horrible here. Unfortunately, Jay Bicky with the Ares. Trying to clear out. He might have to use his ult here just for the sake of using it because it is the last round before he can probably do anything with it. Eco hitting the flank here. And nothing. Okay, clearing out the site. But good trade coming out from Jay Bicky. They realize that he's in this corner. They clear him out. And they do know that they took the teleporter here. On the other side here. And a good tack coming from LVK. Thank you, Animaker, for just not having anything here. And essentially, 100 health, 100 health. They're even. Jay Bicky is just going to have to take this site with his ultimate Empress here. Clearing out site here. Question is, what do you do here? Spray cats? That's the answer to anything, don't you think? He has to go. That Empress is already halfway done. Trying to spam through the box.
One enemy
Good pick coming
remaining.
out of John F. Kennedy here. Jay Bicky trying to clear out every corner for his teammate. I think they know that he showers though. And the utility,
Last player standing.
unfortunately, and I think that might be it. He stalled enough time, and the winner of the Platinum Valorant Finals is Ackworth. Congratulations to Ackworth for a great season and winning it in the finals. Just too strong to take down. Good attempt from Lone Tree Eagles though. Definitely amazing match 1 that they gave us, and unfortunately 13-4 for match 2. So, again folks, thank you so much for joining me here on Valorant. I appreciate it all, and you all have a good one. Have a good night.